Okay, guys, we're gonna start by reviewing the part of hardware and software, the one in the recorded video. We're going to have like a quick review. And remember our computer quiz. The first one will be next week, inshallah, on Wednesday. It will be covering the hardware and software, as we're having an online quiz on Moodle. Okay. So coming week, Wednesday, we're having computer quiz. The materials are posted on Classera. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, here. Materials are posted on trimester 2, week 4. Here in the preparation, the quiz will cover hardware and software. It's going to be MCQ questions on Moodle. The study note is here, and you can click here to watch the revision video. You may refer back to the homework questions of last week, okay, posted on Moodle. You may يعني answer them again. الاتمت مفتوحة، أنا مش عاملة closing للاتمت، يعني تقدروا تعملوا opening وتعملوا له answering whatever time you want. اوكي، وبعد ما بتعملوا له submit ال correct answers بتطلع عشان تعرفوا ايه mistakes اللي عندكم. ده كده for the quiz. If we're going to change the time of the quiz to be after the school, it will be on Wednesday as well. But we may change it to be after the school. If we need to have the quiz during our session, we're gonna have a recorded session. I'm talking about next week. If we're going to have the quiz after the school, هو starting يعني 2:15 for example, we're gonna have our normal session. If not, we're going to have a recorded session. Anyone has any question regarding the quiz? Okay, I guess not. So we're going to start by reviewing the rest of the lesson. And I need someone to tell me what is the main difference between hardware and software. If you know, raise your hand. Okay, Sadine, unmute yourself.
Hi. So
Hi.
the software is like the systems like in the device itself, and like the hardware is like the exterior stuff like the RAM and these stuff.
Okay, thank you.
Or
Sadine.
like the motherboard, for example.
Thank you. Who's else? Who can tell me more differences between hardware and software? Amina, unmute yourself and tell me any differences between hardware and software. Amina.
Yes.
Hi, Amina.
The software is is inside the computer.
Okay, and what are they? They are inside the computer. They are something I can't touch, or they are something tangible?
No.
No, so they are the programs operate on your computer or the applications on your mobile. So what about the hardware?
The hardware is like the keyboard and the mouse.
Okay, so we can say the hardware are the physical components of your computer. Here we have the classification of the computer system. We classify them into hardware and software. Hardware are the physical components that make up your computer, and software are the programs that control the computer. Okay, we had another classification for hardware to be internal and external. We said internal, it's inside the computer memory, inside the computer case or inside your laptop. External, they are existing outside the computer, such as the keyboard will be plugged in the computer, the mouse, the projector, the printer, any part of the computer system that will be connected from the external or outside your computer. As for software, they will be classified into system software and application software. System software are the main programs of your computer, which will control the hardware and the application software. So what are the application software? They are the program you're using to perform a specific task. Okay? زي الابلكيشنز على الموبايل زي الفوتوشوب زي مايكروسوفت مايكروسوفت اوفيس الاكسل والاكسس والوورد and so on. Okay? We're mainly concerned with the internal hardware. So we said the motherboard or the function of the motherboard, the CPU, the central processing unit. I'm just reviewing what did we take last session, okay? Remember, we already had a Zoom session and a recorded session. Zoom session. In the Zoom session, we had the hardware, and in the recorded video, we're having the software. RAM, and the main difference between RAM and ROM. RAM is a volatile memory and ROM is a non-volatile. And here we have a comparison between the two of them, okay? And by the way, you need to memorize the differences between the RAM and ROM. They are too important, okay? Then we're having the video card, the audio card, and the internal hardware drive, the power supply, the network card, okay? Anyone has any problem with the hardware? Anyone has any problem with the hardware? Julie, you're having a question or you're just raising your hand? طيب حبيبتي Julie, if you're having a problem, unmute yourself.
Miss, I don't understand what does volatile mean in the room.
You don't know the meaning of the word volatile, yes?
Yes.
بصي يا جولي، احنا قلنا ان الرام دي المين ميموري. طول ما احنا بنشتغل على الكمبيوتر even if we're playing a game، كل حاجة بيتعمل لها saving على الرام، اوكي؟ once ان انا خلاص I decided ان انا keep a permanent copy from my document, for example. يعني I was working on Word و I need to keep a permanent copy of my Word document. I need to save it to one of the secondary memory أو أعمل لها saving على hard disk، أعمل لها saving على flash memory. That's why we're saying in RAM volatile. هو if you close your Word document and the pop-up message appear with would you like to save? If you click no, nothing will be saved. That's why it's a temporary memory. It's saving for a certain time. If you didn't click save or if you didn't save to one of the permanent storage devices such as the hard disk, flash memory، مفيش أي حاجة هيتعمل لها saving. علشان كده هي اسمها volatile. If the computer power is turned off, nothing will be saved. The opposite of the RAM will be the ROM. Read-only memory, permanent و non-volatile, okay? That's why the computer instructions or the putting up instruction are saved to the RAM. Sorry, to the ROM. الكمبيوتر بيعمل starting up من الرام. Okay? Grade 8, could you please turn on your cameras? I guess you're sleeping, you're not here. All of you turn on your cameras. Okay, we said that software are the programs on your computer. We classified them into two parts. البارت الأولاني system software and then the application software. What are the application software? Ashri, could you please tell me what are application software? Unmute yourself and answer. Ziad,
I don't know.
you don't know. Okay, Adil, unmute yourself and tell me what is the application software.
Application software, I think it's the application that control your software.
Can we say it's application to perform a specific task? You're using application software in your daily life to perform a specific task, such as Microsoft Word, applications on your mobile, the Photoshop, okay? Here we have examples for the application software. The first one, the word processing software, and the obvious example of it is Word. Then we're having spreadsheet, and the obvious example is Excel, okay? I'm just reviewing as we had a recorded video explaining them into details. The video is posted on Classera, okay? And for those who came late, we're having a computer quiz coming Wednesday, inshallah, covering the hardware and software. You're gonna find the materials of the quiz on week 4, trimester 2, week 4. Then we're having the database, and the obvious example of the database is Access, Microsoft Access, okay? Then we're having controlling and measuring software. Controlling and measuring software are a kind of software connected to a sensor, okay? Do you know in the greenhouse, we're having a sensors for calculating and controlling the temperature of the greenhouse, okay? The information will be calculated by the sensor or displayed using one of the control and measuring software, okay? Then we're having photo editing software as the software you are using on your mobiles and the application for editing your images, okay? And finally, we're having graphic manipulation software such as Photoshop and video editing software like Movie Maker. And finally, all the apps you're having on your tablets, on your mobiles, those are application software. Then we're having the system software. System software, the main programs operate on your computer. They are the main programs, such as operating system. Well, why they are the main programs? They are controlling the hardware and controlling the application system. هو احنا لو فكرنا هو الويندوز بيعمل ايه؟ الويندوز بيعمل كل حاجة في الكمبيوتر. عشان كده هو one of the main programs. و definitely the operating systems are Windows, Android, Mac. We're having an operating system called Linux. مش عارفة تعرفوه ولا لأ. بس anyway, an operating system is responsible for managing the function of your computer, controlling the hardware devices. Also, they will give you the interface of your computer. هو anyone can work on a computer without a user interface. تقدروا تفتحوا الموبايل بتاعكم من غير icons على الشاشة. تقدروا تعملوا مانجينج للويندوز من غير menus ومن غير ماوس بوينتر ومن غير ايكونز نقدر نعمل كليك عليها ونفتح البروجرامز. Definitely no. So this is the main function of the operating system, giving you the GUI or the graphic user interface, the menus, the mouse pointers, the icons, and so on. Okay, so this is for the operating system. The second system software as the device driver. Okay, هو actually يعني previously if we got a new printer for example and we need to connect that printer to the laptop, we need to have like a CD, the one we're having here. ال CD ده كنا بنعمل connect للprinter, we plug in the CD and the CD drive, and then we're going to open the CD. It's opening like a program that will connect the printer to the computer. دلوقتي الديفايس درايفرز لا محدش بيستخدمها، واحنا خلاص كده بنعمل بلاج ان بنلاقي ان اي الديفايس نفسه اللي احنا عايزين نعمل له كونكت هو لوحده بيفتح الويزرد بتاع الانستوليشن وبنبتدي نعمل انستولينج للبروجرام. Then we're having what we call the compiler. This is a compiler. The compiler is a translator, and from the linguistic meaning of the word compiling is to translate. Okay, so it's a translator between the humans and the computer. You know, we as humans are talking human languages: English, Arabic, French, Spanish, and so on. The computer is using the machine language or the binary language, 0 and 1. So we need a translator between the machine language and the computer language, okay, which is the compiler. Then we're having the linkers. The linkers is a part of the compiler, okay? While the compiler is translating human language into machine language, it produce or create a small programs, okay? البروجرامز الصغيرة دي اسمها linkers. ده اللي أنا عايزاكم تفهموه في البارت بتاع linkers، إن linkers دي part of the compiler. خلاص؟ Utilities are programs to maintain and manage your computer resources. The obvious example of utilities is the antivirus. The antivirus is one of the utilities. Okay? Example تاني للutilities. Do you know when your computer is out of storage, you're having like a pop-up message telling you you need to free up space in your computer. البروجرام اللي طلع لكم البوب اب مسج دي one of the utility. الutilities دي programs, the main objective of them is to manage the resources of your computer. Okay? زي الانتيفيروس بيعمل saving للكمبيوتر من الفيروسز، زي الباك اب programs، زي الفري اب programs اللي موجودة الستورج free programs الموجودة على الكمبيوتر. Okay? I need someone to explain to me what is a device driver. Stop sharing. Anyone can tell me what is a device driver? بجد unmute yourself. بيجو أنا ما سمعت صوتك بقالي كتير قوي. بجد هاي بجد. طب انت عملت unmute وما فيش صوت. Such as the Windows we are using now. Okay? Such as the Android you're having on your on your laptop. Sorry, on your mobile. Or if you're using iPhone, it may be the Mac. Okay? The main function of the operating system will be managing or controlling your the input and output of the computer. It gives you the user interface. What does it mean to have a user interface? الايكونز اللي على موبايلك دي انت تقدري تفتحي اي ابلكيشن من غير ما يبقى ليها ايكون؟ لا. يبقى الاوبريتنج سيستم هو اللي خلى فيه حاجه اسمها يوزر انترفيس. تقدري تعملي اي اوبريتنج على الكمبيوتر بتاعك من غير ماوس بوينتر، من غير منيو تقدري تدخلي منه على البروجرامز؟ لا. يبقى المين فانكشن بتاعت الاوبريتنج سيستم يعمل operating للكمبيوتر resources, operating للinput والoutput devices, operating or giving you the GUI اللي هو الجرافيك user interface. تمام كده؟
The MS linkers they make apps in the compiler, right?
اللينكرز مش بيعمل apps. اللينكرز دي programs will be created by the compiler. A small programs will be created by the compiler.
And the programs are the linkers.
لا يا جولي معلش، اللينكر ده بارت من الكومبايلر. الكومبايلر ده هيعمل ترانسليتنج للهيومن لانجوج اللي احنا بنعمل لها تايبنج على الكمبيوتر لماشين لانجوج، حاجه الكمبيوتر يقدر يفهمها. تمام؟ وايل بقى الكمبيوتر ده الكومبايلر ده بيعمل ترانسليتنج، بيعمل كرييتنج لسمول بروجرامز اسمهم لينكرز. بس كده، ده اللي انا عايزاكم تفهموه.
Okay.
اوكي؟
Thank you.
طيب مريم unmute yourself.
Yes.
مريم انت هتقولي لي يعني ايه ديفايس درايفر صح؟
Yes.
طب قولي لي حبيبي يعني ايه ديفايس درايفر؟
هو it's a computer program
اوكي. doing what؟
controls controls the particle types of the device.
طب can we say طب ماشي هي correct بس it needs like more clarification. فملك الدربي هو who said in the chat ملك صح؟ ملك؟ لا not مريم. اوكي مريم unmute yourself. هو
Yes.
it was مريم فوزي ولا مريم علي؟
It's me.
Oh you're typed in the chat. طيب ملك خالد unmute yourself.
Can I say what means device drivers?
Yes you can.
It allows the hardware يعني to link it يعني to the software يعني خليهم يعني
Yes thank you
like
Malik. To connect an external hardware to the computer system, such as connecting a printer to the computer. Okay, we said in the device driver is not used nowadays, but previously we had the device driver. لما كنا بنحب نعمل connecting for example لبرنتر كان لازم يجي معاها سي دي. السي دي ده أول ما بنعمل connect لازم نحطه في السي دي driver علشان يعمل connecting للبرنتر مع الكمبيوتر. اوكي تاني هفكركم ارجعوا تاني للأسئلة بتاعة الهومورك بتاعة الأسبوع اللي فات اللي موجودة على مودل وحاولوا تحلوها تاني. اوكي الاتامس مفتوحة خالص، تقدروا تحلوها wherever times you need as a kind of revision، لأن دي sample للquestions اللي هتبقى موجودة إن شاء الله في الكويز. احنا متفقين إن الكويز MCQ وهيكون على مودل، فأكيد part من دي كده sample للأسئلة اللي ممكن تيجي. خلاص؟ Anyone has any problem with the hardware and software? Anyone has a problem with the part of hardware and software? Before leaving, Bigad, unmute yourself and tell me what are the utilities. احنا قلنا in system software, operating system, device drivers, compiler, and finally utilities. What are the utilities? اشرحها لي كده زي ما انت فاهم. طب anyone else؟ حلا مصطفى. حلا.
Yes.
هاي يا حلا. حلا تقدري تقولي لي يعني ايه utilities او تديني example ليهم؟
يعني ايه what?
Can you give me an example for the utility programs?
No, I don't know.
Hala, we said in the utility program store are programs to manage the resources of your computer, such as the antiviruses. Okay? الانتيفيروس بيعمل saving للكمبيوتر بتاعك from any virus. So it's a utility program. دول programs بيعملوا controlling و maintaining للcomputer resources. ال obvious example ليهم a antivirus. Okay. Now we're gonna start a new part on code.org, and we're going to have an assignment with a recorded video after the session, inshallah. I'm gonna open code.org. We are an introduction to programming. We're done with lesson 4 اللي هو simple commands. Well, thank you so much for submitting the homework. For those who submitted the homework, it was homework of week 2, I guess. Now we're going to have a new part, which is creating functions. Okay, I need someone to read the lesson overview. Who can read? Okay, Zaina, unmute yourself and read.
Yes, Miss, I wanted to ask about something.
Ask يا زين.
Miss, عندي مشكلة في الدوت الابلكيشن ده
.org؟
عشان كنت بعمل كنت اصلا مخلصة البروجكت، كان ناقصني حاجة، طلعت ودخلت لقيته مش راضي يدخلني بقالي
بصي زينة،
اسبوعين
احنا
على الموضوع ده.
اتفقنا ماشي، احنا اتفقنا ان انتي هتروحي على الداشبورد ده كده اول ما تعملي sign in. اوكي، هتلاقي في عندك هنا كلمة
او
projects.
مش راضي يخليني اصلا اعمل ساين ان.
طب انا هبعت لك حاضر بعد السيشن تاني اللوج ان ستابس، وهغير لك السيكريت وورد. ممكن يكون في مشكله في السيكريت وورد. خلاص، انت بس لما تدخلي على projects دي هتلاقي ليست من الاولد projects بتاعتك. تمام.
اوكي.
طيب can you بقى read؟ لا wait, we read the lesson overview quickly. Students learn to لا raise your voice.
Students learn to define call their own procedures or
functions
in order to create and give a name to group
of commands for easy and repeated use in their code. Named the procedures are from of abstraction that enables the programmers to reduce the complexity by removing details and generalizing the functionality. What does it mean? احنا في lesson ده we're gonna learn how to minimize the number of code we need to write. Remember in lesson 4 we said in using minimum code as much as you can to perform the task is following a rule called the efficiency. To have or to maintain the rule of efficiency, we're going to create what we call a function. Click continue. Remember, the recorded video will be on that lesson as well as the assignment. Okay, والassignment أكيد مش هخليه كتير، هخليه 1 or 2 levels عشان الكويز. Okay, here we're having a task but mine is answered, so I'm going to start over. Okay, our function will be define a function called turn around, which turns the turtle around. Once you have done the function call, it make sure call it to make sure it works as you expected. Okay, أنا محتاجة أعمل function هتعمل turning around للturtle. What does it mean? هروح على التاب بتاعت function, and what do we have here is called the function declaration or defining the function. I need to give it a name. هو قايل لي اسمها يبقى turn around. And remember, during giving a name or naming the function, no spaces are allowed. Okay? Then I'm going to place the blocks inside the function. To turn around, I need 3 turn left. So turn left and turn left. Run. Nothing happened. Why?
Yes.
We just created the function. We need to call the function. هاجي هنا كده واعمل drag للfunction call. I need to copy its name. Okay, reset and run. The function is working. Okay, we need just كده a move forward. keep working. والله انا ما قلتش ان انا همشي. reset and run. خليها بس كده fast شوية. اوكي I guess كانت محتاجة 2 بس. تمام. It needs only 2. So the function دي I'm creating once and then I can call it whatever times I need. يعني أنا ممكن بعد ما عملت turn around و move forward ممكن أرجع تاني وأعمل calling لل turn around مرة كمان. So this will minimize the number of codes I'm going to use. Anyone